Hello everyone, I am Pratibha Prabhugankar, Assistant Professor at Dempe College of Arts and Science, Miramar, Panji, Goa. This module is for third year BSc Botany students, semester 5. Course code is BOC 106 and title of the course is Cell Biology and Plant Biochemistry. Unit is Biomolecules and module name is Post-Translational Changes. In this module, we will study the post-translational changes takes place after protein synthesis. At the end of this module, we will be able to explain about the post-translational changes. Post-translational changes refers to any alteration in amino acid sequence of protein after its synthesis. It may involve the modification of amino acid side chain, terminal amino or carboxyl group by means of covalent or enzymatic means following the biosynthesis of protein. These post-translational changes influences the structure, stability, activity, cellular localization or substrate specificity of the proteins. Post-translational changes provides complexity to the proteome for diverse function with limited number of genes. Many proteins, in order to perform their role in cell, must be further processed after they are synthesized on the ribosome. Nearly all proteins which are synthesized, they are synthesized with methionine as first amino acid. But most of the isolated proteins from cell culture do not contain an N-terminal methionine residue. So this indicates that at the time of maturation process, this methionine was removed. Primary translation products undergoes a variety of modification reactions like addition of chemical group which are covalently attached to polypeptide chain, proteolytic cleavage, protein splicing, and binding to a molecular chaperone. Chemical modification, it takes place either on C or N-terminal as well as on most of the amino acid side chain. These modifications include phosphorylation, glycosylation, methylation, hydroxylation, ubiquitination, and even addition of nucleotides. What is protein phosphorylation? It consists of addition of phosphate group to a specific amino acid residue on proteins. It is one of the very common mechanism for regulating the activity of enzymes and it is one of the most common one. It alters structural conformation of protein, causing it to become activated, deactivated, or modifying its function. Phosphorylation occurs on the hydroxyl group of amino acid serine, threonine, or sometimes tyrosine. The phosphorylated amino acids, they can bind to molecules, they are able to interact with other proteins and assemble and detach protein complexes. It is catalyzed by protein kinase and may be reversed by enzyme phosphatase. Phosphorylation may either decrease or increase the functional activity of protein. Next is glycosylation. Glycosylation is another post-translational modification with significant effects on protein folding, distribution, and stability and activity. Glycosylation is the addition of saccharide or sugar molecule to a protein. And it is the common post-translational modification for protein molecules involved in the cell membrane formation. During this process, monosaccharide units are linked to amino acid chain to form a glycoprotein. Many proteins that are destined to become a part of plasma membrane or to be secreted from cell, they have carbohydrate chain attached to amide nitrogen of the amino acid asparagine, which is called as N-linked glycosylation, or it is attached to the hydroxyl group of amino acid serine or threonine, which is known as O-linked glycosylation. N-glycosylation occurs in endoplasmic reticulum and O-glycosylation occurs in the Golgi complex. Next modification is methylation. Methylation is addition of methyl group to proteins and it occurs on the nitrogen containing side chain of arginine and lysine. Protein methylation, it plays an important role in the modulating cellular and biological processes including transcriptional regulations, RNA processing, metabolism and signal transduction. Transfer of one carbon methyl group to nitrogen or oxygen to amino acid side chain increases the hydrophobicity of the protein and can neutralize a negative amino acid charge when bound to carboxylic acid. Methylation is mediated by methyl transferase enzyme. Hydroxylation, it is the biological process of addition of hydroxyl group to a protein amino acid. It involves the conversion of CH group into COH group and these hydroxylated amino acids are involved in the regulation of some important factors called as transcription factors. Among the 20 amino acids, the 2 amino acids regulated by this method are proline and lysine. Ubiquitination. Highly specific degradation of protein can be achieved through addition of one to several ubiquitin molecules to a target protein. Next is proteolytic cleavage. Most common type of post-translational changes, especially trimming by amino and carboxyl peptidases. Simplest form of this is removal of initiation methionine. Polypeptide chain also undergoes folding and processing. After the process of translation, the sequence of nucleotides in DNA has now been converted to the sequence of amino acids in a polypeptide chain. In order to function, protein must fold into the correct three-dimensional shape and be targeted to the correct part of the cell. In addition, many proteins undergo further modifications including covalent attachment of the carbohydrates and lipids that are critical for function and correct localization of proteins within the cell. Molecular chaperones. Many proteins fold on their own, but some proteins need a helper molecule which is called as chaperones. Classic principle of protein folding is that all information required for protein to adapt correct three-dimensional conformation is provided by its amino acid sequence. And it is mediated by proteins that facilitate folding of other proteins called molecular chaperones. Chaperones act as a catalyst that facilitate assembly of protein structure without being a part of the assembled complex. In the absence of chaperone, unfolded or partially folded polypeptide chain will be unstable within the cell. Frequently, they will be folding incorrectly or aggregating into insoluble complexes. Binding of chaperone stabilizes these unfolded polypeptides. Hence, they prevent incorrect folding or aggregation and allowing the polypeptide chain to fold into its correct conformation. Chaperone binding stabilizes the amino terminal portion in an unfolded conformation until the rest of the polypeptide chain is synthesized and the completed protein can fold correctly. Proteins are also transported across the mitochondrial membrane in partially unfolded conformation that are stabilized by chaperones. The next is protein splicing. It is a post-translational process in which an internal protein segment, which is called as intine, is removed from a precursor protein with a ligation of C-terminal and N-terminal external proteins, which are known as extins, on both the sides. These are my references. Thank you.